Hello and welcome. My name is Jessica. I'm a licensed professional counselor and registered yoga teacher. Today, I would like to offer you a trauma-informed yoga sequence. You've heard about how yoga can help with trauma, but wondering how can this happen? Well, I think it's useful to think about what trauma does to the nervous system versus how yoga behaves with our bodies and how it assists our nervous system. So, trauma, in many ways, whether it's a single traumatic event, repeated, overwhelming events, in some ways disrupts the functioning of our nervous system, and in many ways, almost creates the felt necessity to separate our minds from our bodies or gets us stuck in a certain mode. We might be chronically kind of on high alert or sort of chronically kind of numb and switched off, or a combination of both. And the word yoga, very importantly in all of this, means union. So those bits of ourselves that kind of become stuck or split off in a trauma, yoga helps us to bring it all back together. And how does it do that? Really, in very simple ways. Today, we'll work with just being present with our breath and our body and just noticing what's there. Over time, if you use a yoga practice to help you in unifying body, mind, mental states, emotions, you'll become more skilled at knowing, do I need something that's going to help me to get more energized or help me to relax a little bit more? Today, we'll try to have a little combination of it all. So I really want you to listen to your body. If something feels too active for you, if something feels painful or uncomfortable in some way, to ease back from it so you can take time to assess what's really going on there. Sometimes discomfort is what's needed, but only if it's done in a way that we're very mindful of, is this the right place for my body to be, right place that I need to work in right now? Not just causing ourselves pain or discomfort, or even relaxing too much just because it's habitual, but doing it out of a mindful awareness. And that's really what makes trauma-informed yoga different than just doing some stretches or some other kind of yoga practice. And today as well, after we do a brief sequence of body positions with breath, we'll finish up with a release and a stretch for the psoas muscle. And the psoas is often seen as a muscle that becomes very tense and can even cause pain in the body after us being overwhelmed, such as in trauma. And so that hopefully will bring more awareness into how your body is coping too. I have some props here which you may use. I think that you will need something, if not a yoga block, then maybe just a pillow. It might even help to have something, that a kind of pillow that you can roll up to create a surface that we're going to rest our hips on later. If you don't have a pillow that can do that, a blanket or a beach towel that you can kind of roll up and just create a little bit of height for your hips to be on. Sometimes you might have maybe like a book or something that could be helpful like that. It doesn't need to be the same size as yoga block, or a couple of books. That might be useful too. I'm going to invite you to come to a seated position. And this is where those props might come in handy straight away. If it feels uncomfortable to be in the seated position, you could sit on top of the block or on top of the pillow just to create a little bit of height for those hips, and that might feel more comfortable. Just sitting cross-legged, and begin to feel how your body's turned up today. Don't be in a rush to shut your eyes. I will shut my eyes, but there's absolutely no requirement to shut your eyes at all. Shutting my eyes is just a way to bring, again, more attention inwards, which may or may not feel comfortable right now. So working with what we got. A good substitute for that is, if eyes don't want to shut, just looking downwards, maybe just in front of you. So the eyes can be open, but not really looking at anything. Take a moment to lengthen through the spine. Soften where you can in your body. And if there's places that won't soften, just acknowledge that's how it is right now. Your hands can rest on your knees, and you might decide to put your palms down. I'm just feeling very contained right there, holding on, or it might feel good to put the palms up. And your only task right here is to start to sort of gather your awareness into right now. Just spend a moment or two just acknowledging what right now is like, knowing that there's no right or wrong in this moment. Allow yourself space just to acknowledge how it is for you. And then let's begin to work with your breath. You don't need to do anything too fancy here with your breath. First, just notice how your breath is coming into your body, how it's leaving. Is it through your nose? Is it through your mouth? Noticing whether breath feels very deep or shallow, whether there's a tension, whether there's an openness. And try not to assign a meaning to whatever you notice, just notice it. Then let's begin to take the air in through the nose if it's not doing so already, and slowing down slightly. Just taking a little bit extra time with the inhale, taking a little bit extra time with the exhale, seeing where in the lungs we can begin to invite more air. We can purposely fill up a little bit more, empty out a little bit more fully. And your breath pattern might be slower or faster than mine. That's okay. Eventually trying to imagine 3 parts of that breath: a bottom part, a middle part, a top part. Maybe the bottom part is in your belly, and then we can fill up through the ribs and the chest. Maybe that feels like a lot right now. But working to see if we can fill from the bottom to the top, and then the top to the bottom. Let's give a couple more breaths here like that. Let's feel what it's like to link a breath with a movement. With your next inhale, lift the shoulders up. And as you exhale, roll the shoulders down and back. Just a couple like that. Inhaling, them rise. Exhaling, they fall down and back. And if you're breathing faster than me, it might look faster. That's fine. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, set them down and back. And let's work with our neck muscles just a little bit. So inhale, the spine is long. Exhale, the right ear will come towards the right shoulder. Start to feel the left side of the neck. The left shoulder down and back, traveling away. The crown of the head pointing towards the right side. Feel the neck muscles release. So much tension here we hold. If you feel a lot of sensation, just acknowledge that. Don't overdo it, but definitely go to a point where you feel some stretch happening. 1 or 2 more breaths right there. And with your inhale, slowly bring your head to center. And exhale, left ear towards left shoulder, right side of the neck. Getting long, shoulder down and back, right shoulder down and back. Breathing into the side of the neck. One more breath. As you inhale, come to center. Slowly, slowly. And as you exhale, just bring your chin towards your chest. Feel the stretch on the back of the neck. Not pushing. If it only moves a little bit, that's okay. And as you inhale, lift the chest up and away. See if you can point it a little bit towards the ceiling. Feel what happens as the mouth came open. You close the lips. Maybe even just slightly push the chin up and away for a second. And as you exhale, come to center. Wonderful. If you're sitting on something, you can remain sitting on that thing. I'm going to move mine away. And let's begin linking some more movements with our breath. So right here and seated, with your next inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, just have a bend over to the left side. Maybe look up towards the ceiling or towards your hand. And as you exhale, take it through to center, other side. Inhale up, exhale, reach. Might look different on you. And even if the hand doesn't come up, if the shoulder hurts, you can have your hand on your side, even just getting that bend. Or reach it up. Inhale, take it to center. As you exhale, bending those knees up towards the ceiling. Feet can be planted real quick, and we can take the hands behind the thighs. Let's turn to the side to kind of show you. And with your inhale, see if we can lift the heels off the earth. So you can stay here with the hands around the thighs, a sort of boat pose, or reach the hands away. Just for a moment, have a breath, lift the heart. And as you exhale, plant those feet and twist over to the right. That right hand can be behind you. That left arm will come to the leg, the thigh, or the knee. And then inhale to center. Maybe we hit that boat one more time, hands behind or hands extended. And then exhale, twist to the other side. We use the breath not just to help us stay focused in the current moment in the body, but also assist the movement. As you twist, you exhale, helps you to kind of release. Then inhale to center and cross those ankles once again. Let's just run through it once more. Exhale, roll the shoulders down and back. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, side bend. Finding where the hand needs to be that's best for you. Inhale to center, switching arms. Exhale, side bend. Inhale to center. Exhale, bending those knees, planting the feet. Inhale, find your boat. Balance on your tailbone for a moment. Exhale, plant the feet and twist to the right. Inhale, come to center. Boat. option. Exhale, twist into the left. Inhale, come to center. Let's try it one more time through. It's okay if you go faster or slower, leave something out. Exhale, roll those shoulders down and back. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, rise up, switching arms. Exhale, side bend. Inhale to center. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the feet. Inhale, find your boat, maybe an extra breath. And then exhale, twist to the right. Inhale to center, option to hit that boat once more. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, find your way to center. Beautiful. So let's build a little bit more of an active flow. This will help to, yes, bring your awareness into your body, but also prepare those hips for that psoas stretch that we're going to do in a little bit. If the hips are warm, we're going to get a better release of that psoas. But it doesn't mean that that's an excuse to push yourself too far. Again, the goal is always awareness and bringing together all those pieces right now into this moment with your breath and your body. So let's find this resting posture, which, by the way, you can come to at any time at all. Great resting postures on hands and knees. From the sinking the hips back down towards your heels. Knees might be closer or more open, just depending on how your hips are. And then it can feel good to bring your forehead or your chin, or maybe even your chest will come down. And you can rest here at any time. If you start to feel like you lose track of your breath, you're breathing through your mouth, or you're just becoming overwhelmed by something, resting posture, come to that position. If it doesn't feel good to have your face down to the mat, you can turn your head to the side, or even just come to seated as we were before, or this seated posture here. Anything at all just to help you get yourself centered, and when it's time to join in, you will know. So let's begin in this resting posture, finding that breath again. Maybe it's become easier to feel those three parts of your breath. Feeling from the bottom, through the middle, to the top of the chest. And exhaling, emptying from top to bottom. When you're ready, let an inhale carry you to center. Have an exhale to really get sorted out here. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, making a little tabletop with your body. And then as we inhale, we're going to take the right arm out in front. This might be enough that you really feel like this is hard work. Stay there then. Or you might be able to extend that left leg out. Maybe the toes stay on the earth, or maybe you lift them off. And then wherever you are, whether the knee is down, the foot is extended, the leg is lifted, as we exhale, we're going to crunch it all in, bringing the knee and the elbow as close together as we can go. It doesn't have to touch, but maybe it does. As we inhale, extend that left leg out behind you, coming onto the right hand, and we're going to twist up to the sky. So you're balanced on the right hand, the right knee, and the inside of the left foot. This is your gate pose. Wonderful. And as you exhale, coming down to center, so you have an option here to come into kind of a knee plank. So wiggle those knees back, make a straight line with your body, or tuck those toes in and make a plank. And then lower the chest down, either on the knees or the toes. Bring the feet flat, and as you inhale, push the ground away. Maybe a little bit. Maybe you push and make the arms straight. Your choice. And as you exhale, tuck the toes, and let's find your downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, we're looking to make that kind of upside down V shape, but it's okay if the knees are bent and the heels are off. Try to make the spine as straight as you can by thinking about getting ears between those arms, more weight into the hands. Sometimes moving the feet closer can help a little bit. And then as you inhale, bring the knees down to the mat, and exhale, back to your resting pose. So there we did the right side. Let's do the left side. With an inhale, come to center. Get yourself really settled in here. And then inhale, the left arm comes out. That might be enough. Or maybe the right foot comes back. Maybe the right foot comes off the earth. Wherever you are, exhale, crunching it in. Inhale, we lay the right foot down, coming onto the left hand, and we turn. Balance on left hand, left knee, right foot, your gate pose. Exhale, turn towards the mat. Option to do this on the knees as you lower the chest down. Coming onto the tops of the feet, we press the earth away a little bit with elbows bent or a lot. And then exhale, tucking the toes, find your downward facing dog. Maybe a breath or two, and when you're ready, inhale, knees come down. Exhale, sinking the hips to your heels, resting pose. Then we're going to add a little bit more onto this sequence. Again, if you forget anything, just take a breath, look at the screen, or just add something on that feels right for you. But let's see what we can remember so far as we inhale, coming to that tabletop. Right arm extends, left leg extends. Exhale, crunching in. Inhale, right hand plants. We turn onto the right side, our gate pose. And here's where we add. As we exhale, take it to center. The left knee will come down and the right foot will step forward. Get that? So the leg that's extended, knee comes down, right foot steps forward, and we inhale, reaching up. Wonderful. As we exhale, hands come down, reframing that right foot, and we're going to see if we can come onto the toes of the back foot and bring that back foot forward so both legs can be straight and fold over a straight right leg. So if that left foot is very far back, that right knee might want to bend. See if you want to bring it forward a bit so that the leg can be straight. So you feel a really deep stretch down the front, around the back of that front leg, back of the right leg. And one last one here. As you exhale, take that foot back. The left foot will come back. Pivot the heel down so we're really grounded. And now you have a bend in that right knee. And then inhale, bring the arms up to the sky. Your warrior one. See if you can push the hips, square the hips towards the front of the mat. If this is no good for you, do the previous one that we did before with the knee down. As you exhale, hands come down. Stepping back, find that plank on the toes or on the knees, and then slowly lower. Inhale, pushing the ground away, elbows bent or straight. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, knees come to mat, and sink yourself back. So we did the right side, let's do the left side. So when you're ready, we inhale, coming into that tabletop, left hand extends, right foot, right leg extends. Exhale, crunching underneath. Inhale, left hand plants, right foot behind. We reach up into our gate. Here's where we add it. As we exhale, right hand comes down, that right knee comes down, and the left foot steps forward. We inhale, reach and rise, push the hips up. As we exhale, hands come to the mat. We're taking the legs straight. So pop the hips up. The back foot comes forward so the left leg can straighten out. And we just have a nice fold over that straight left thigh, your pyramid. It's okay if the legs are really close. They don't have to be as far apart as somebody else. And here's where we widen out the stance. Stepping back with that right foot, pivot the heel down so the blade of the foot is dug into the earth. Bending through the left knee, we inhale and reach into your warrior one. You might feel an intense stretch down the hips. All good. We're getting ready for that psoas stretch. Exhale, take yourself down, lowering down and plank on your knees or on your toes. Inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right, and that's it. So let's link it all together. Taking yourself back to your resting posture to start. And when you're ready, we'll do the right side. Inhale, rising up onto hands and knees, right leg, left leg extends. Exhale, crunch. Planting the right hand, extending the left leg. Inhale, gate. Exhale, we turn, left knee comes down, right foot steps forward. Inhale, we find ourselves in that low lunge. Exhale, hands come down, hips are going to pop up. We fold over straight right leg. Sometimes I like to hang out here because that muscle needs stretching. So feel free, or when you're ready, stepping back, lunging to that front knee. Inhale, warrior one. And when you're ready, exhale, hands come down on toes or knees, we lower down. Inhale and push the arms away. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, knees come to the mat. Exhale, find your resting pose, and when you're ready, we'll do the other side. If you know where you're going, feel free to go. Inhaling, left arm reaches forward, right leg reaches back. Exhale, we crunch. Inhale, plant the left hand, right leg back. We inhale, reach to gate. Exhale, turn. This time the right knee comes down, the left foot steps forward, and reach up and rise your low lunge. Here comes our fold over straight legs. Exhale. Right foot comes forward, straighten out those legs and fold. And then into your warrior one, begin to take the right foot back, lunge into the left knee. Inhale and reach. Exhale. Hands come to the mat. On knees or toes, lower down. Inhale. Push the earth away. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, coming onto the knees. Exhale, resting pose. Just take one more time through to the rhythm of your breath to be really prepared. When you're ready, inhale, coming to center. Extend right arm, left leg. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, turning onto the right side, gate. Exhale, coming to center, left knee down, right foot forward. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, plant those hands, hips pop up, folding over straight right leg. Widening out that stance. We inhale, reach, rise, warrior one. Exhale, hands come down, lowering down. Inhale, push the earth away. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale onto knees. Exhale, sinking back. Let's do the left side. Inhale, rising up, left arm, right leg extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, left hand plants. We turn on the left side, gate. Exhale, turn towards the mat. Right knee comes down, left foot steps forward. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, hands come to the mat, hips pop up, fold, pyramid. Foot steps back, we lunge and reach. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands come to mat, lowering down. Inhale, push the earth away. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, knees to mat. Exhale, sink back to your resting pose and breathe. A lot to notice there in the body and the hips and the breath. But now we are ready. The muscles have moved around a little bit. You've loosened up some things physically, maybe also mentally, and it's time to work with that psoas. So, psoas is a muscle that attaches the thigh bone up through the hip onto the spine. So it attaches the lower body to the upper body. And the psoas, I've heard people call the fight or flight muscle, because evidently when we're hit with an overwhelming situation, it's one of the first muscles to sort of tighten and tense up. It's also very deep, so it's difficult to stretch. The outer muscles, maybe our thigh muscles on the outside, we can find stretches that hit those a bit easier. For the psoas, is a little bit tougher. When we're in that low lunge and we're sort of pushing forward, we might get it a little bit. When we're in this position and we're sort of pushing forward, we might get it a little bit. But this is where we're going to use either our block, or we get a rolled up pillow or beach towel to help with that psoas release. So I just want you to have that by your side and position yourself onto your back. Take your time to get there. And once you make your way onto your back, maybe it feels good just to have a couple breaths there. It's going to take some time to get your spine into the mat. And let's prepare. Just take that left leg out long and pull that right knee in towards your chest. And once again, it might look different. It doesn't need to look exactly the same as mine. Maybe some of you might get that knee right up towards that armpit or chest. Some might be far away. Just sort of pull it in. And also begin to be active through that left foot. Really flex through that foot. We're just kind of getting the body ready to stretch this muscle out. With that long, slow, deep breath. Because there is tension in this muscle, for many of us there is. The long, slow, and deep breath is letting your body know that, hey, we can release here. We can let go, even when there's discomfort. Wonderful. Now planting that right foot down on the earth, bring the left foot in, plant that foot. Both knees are bent. And grab our block. And grab that block. And as you inhale, push into the heels, create a little bit of space. You can put the block underneath you. I want to suggest block or book to have it on that level right there. Some of you might be extra stretchy and you might put it on that sort of medium level. I would suggest maybe put it there. And right under your tailbone, so it's like kind of supporting your lower back. And so what this is going to do, this muscle is kind of connecting, coming up and in. We're going to help it to open up. So once more, we're going to extend that left leg out, flex those toes, and take that right knee in and give it a little stretch. Pull it in. And breathe. Options for your hands too. They might be around your shin, or you might feel good to put them around the back of your thigh. Try to find some stillness there as you just breathe into it. And then extend that right leg out long. And just let gravity pull it downwards. Let yourself rest there. You might already feel a difference between right and left side. And then bringing those feet in, plant the feet. Pushing into the feet, we inhale, lifting up, release that block, and let the tailbone come down. Just breathe there for a moment. On the other side, right leg extends, pull the left knee in. Notice any differences here. pain. You might notice the hips are tilting. You might actually feel more discomfort on one side or the other. Right foot stays flexed. Sending your body that signal it's okay to relax by breathing and relaxing your face. And then planting that left foot. Right foot comes in, bend the knees, finding that block again. Inhale, lift the hips up. Underneath the hips we go with that block. And then we do the same thing, but with the block. So right leg can extend. Hug that left knee in. Decide where those hands need to be, around shin, around thigh. Breathing there. And then extending that left leg out as well. Just feeling the hips open as the block has kind of raised them a bit there. And here we might feel the spine starting to curve. So let's work with that a little bit. Bending at those knees, planting those feet, readjusting that block if needed. So you can start to feel everything being nice and neutral. Even pull your tummy into your spine. And we'll work with legs individually for a moment. Left leg can stay bent, left foot planted. See if you can pull that belly in as the right leg extends out. And just let it rest there for a moment. See if you can feel whether you're tipping or tilting or anything. Try not to allow that to happen. So deep muscle can kind of open and release there. Sometimes that muscle will create a little tilt in our hips or pull on our spine that we can have a lot of back pain when we're super tense. Or even feeling emotionally overwhelmed. Breathing into it. And then we'll switch. Take the right foot to plant. Knee up. The left leg long. Feel if there's any tilt and try to prevent against that. Pull the tummy in a bit to keep the spine long. Just like gravity, pull that leg down. Pulling that left foot in. Maybe just resting here for a moment. The tailbone on the block. If it feels good, you might even bring the knees up and hug them in, or even send those feet up to the sky for a moment. And then one final time, just extend those legs long. Feel how different it feels. If there's any changes that you've noticed. Pulling the feet in, bending the knees. Push into the feet as we inhale, lift the hips away from that block. Release the tailbone to the earth and just feel yourself grounded. Will help with a little twist, keeping the feet planted. As you exhale, let the knees fall to the right side. And maybe that's enough, or maybe you take that right foot and hook it over that left knee, left thigh. You'll start to feel the side of the body stretching. It might feel good to open up those arms wide, an option, or even turn the chin towards the left shoulder. And just breathe here for a few. Breathe into the sensation of the stretch. Reminding your body that it's okay to release here. One more breath. If the foot is hooked, gently unhook it. And inhale, bring yourself to center. Maybe any little rocks or rolls you needed before we do the other side. When you're ready, letting the knees drift over to the left. If it feels useful, hooking that left foot over that right thigh. Everything's option. It can be different on each side. So being very patient with ourselves. With the arms open up wide, and the chin turns towards the right. And wherever you feel a sensation, breathe into that area. One more breath here. Foot is hooked. Gently unhook. Take the knees to center. The arms are wide. Take them in. Maybe it would feel good to give yourself a hug of the knees and just roll side to side. Or maybe it feels good for the feet to be planted and just let the knees just rock and roll. Once you're ready, let yourself become very still. Extend the feet to the corners of your mat, legs long. Roll the shoulders down and away, arms by your side, palms facing up. And once again, I will close my eyes, but there's no need to. Maybe your eyes are just soft. A few moments of stillness here, feeling the earth beneath you, feeling the breath in your lungs. You can stay longer if it feels right. Resting, letting everything settle into your body. Or if you feel ready, stretch out long arms and legs in opposite directions. And then bringing the knees in close. Give them a hug. Or massage your back with a gentle rock and roll. Gently allow yourself to turn onto your right side. And just rest there, curled up. Use your hand as a pillow. And very slowly and gently pressing up through your hands and come to sit. As we started, you can bring your palms onto your knees. Palms can face down or up. Or if it feels right to you, bring your palms in front of your heart. Take a few moments just to scan, just to notice any little awarenesses you gather during this time. Seal them inside. The light in me honors and bows to the light in you. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope this practice was helpful to you. I hope that it fed you, nourished you in some way. I would love it if you gave it a like, made a comment, or shared it. Also, let me know what sorts of things would be useful to you in the future for other videos. And I look forward to seeing you next time.